Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you and I'm so glad you clicked on. Today we are going to be going through every single book I own, all of the books on my physical TBR that I have not read yet. If you've been here since the beginning, I think this was my first video I ever filmed, was every book on my physical TBR, and I try to film one at the beginning of every year. I did not this year. I was entering my third trimester. We are in a really good spot. My baby is napping. We have time to film this video. How fun would it be to go through every single book on my TBR and count them, see where I'm at, and then at the end of the year / beginning of next year, we'll film another video and see what I've accomplished. Obviously, I'm still buying books. I'm not putting myself on a book buying ban. I've tried that and I've always failed. So I'm just a lot more picky with the books that I buy. I have my auto buy authors, and then if I find a book that I really think I'm gonna enjoy, I'll read it. But I've been utilizing my Kindle and my library app like no tomorrow. Without further ado, let's go through all of the books I own, and then actually I really wanted to reorganize my TBR card, so that's part of the reason why we're doing this. So in front of me I have a stack of romances. Honestly, romance is like my genre that I don't typically randomly buy, just because I'm picky. I'm picky with my romances. First romance I have here is Best Hex Ever. This is a witch romance book. I haven't read it because it is spooky season type of book, so it is my goal to read this in October. If I don't read it, I will be unhauling it. And then we have Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. I really want to pick this up. I've heard nothing but good things about this book, and I'm interested to see if I really enjoy Kennedy Ryan's writing style. That would be great, because then I'd have another romance author to go through her backlist and go through her new releases and stuff and read some more. So I'm gonna give this one a shot definitely this summer. That's my goal. Next we have Gloves Off by Stephanie Archer. I was craving a hockey romance and then I bought this. It was at a thrift store, so I got it for $2 and it was literally brand new. There's nothing wrong with it. So I wanted to pick it up in case I was ever in a hockey romance type of mood. I wanted to pick this one up. I know it's an interconnected series, but I did try and read the first, or no, I read the first book. I didn't read the second book. Well, I did read the second one. I DNF'd it because I didn't like the characters or the plot, so I'm hoping that this one is good. I've heard that the series just keeps getting better, so I think this is the third or the fourth book. Next we have The Name Game by Beth O'Leary. This is one that I really want to pick up relatively soon. I mean, the vibes are just giving summer, spring, good time. So I'm hoping to pick this up. I really like Beth O'Leary. Everything that I've read by her I've really enjoyed, so I'm hoping to pick this one up pretty soon. Next, we have Soul Searching by Lila Sage. I'm not picking this up until spooky season because I am pretty sure that this is a like paranormal type of romance in a small town. So I think that I just want to read this in the right setting. Next, we have Happiness for Beginners. I've tried picking up this book multiple times and I just can't really get into it. So I think I might text my cousins and see if any of them want this book, but I really do love Catherine Center. I just think that this one's not one that I'm interested in reading. Next, I have Underlock by Mariana Zapata. I love Mariana Zapata. It's a motorcycle club, Estranged Father, Grumpy Sunshine, obviously. Next, we have The Mistletoe Motive. I actually bought this last December. It's a super short little Christmas novella, and the only reason I didn't get to it was because it was shipped literally after Christmas. I don't know why this book was so hard to get, but I really wanted it because I've heard good things about it, and it's super short, so I will be picking this up this Christmas holiday season. Next, I have Next to You by Hannah Bonham Young. I read the first book in this little like series and I did not really like it, but I wanted to give this one a shot too, because I do enjoy Hannah Bonham Young and I would like to like this book. So I'm gonna try and read this, and if I don't read it by the end of this year, I will be unhauling it. And then the last romance book that I have in front of me is Just Last Night by Mari McFarlane. I really want to give this author a try because I've heard really good things about her. And I've heard that her books are fiction and romance, so it's more than just romance, which I typically really enjoy. So I think I'm going to put all my romance books on the very bottom of my cart just because they're the ones I gravitate toward the least, which you would think would make me put them at the top, but more books that I own that I have not read. Twilight, New Moon. I really want to read the Twilight series. This is something that I would like to read in the fall time, so I'm hoping to start them in August or September. Now let's go through all of my book of the month books because I just like to have them at the top because they're honestly I read book of the month books all the time. That's my favorite book subscription because it's always books that I wouldn't pick up unless I saw them on book of the month. So my most recent book of the month pick was Summer's Never Over. Don't know too much about this, but I wanted kind of a more suspenseful book, so this is that. Next, I have Immortal Consequences. This is a young adult fantasy book, and I really wanted to pick it up, so I have this one. When will I read it? I don't know. Next, I have Bloodbound. I've heard really good things about this one, and I would like to get to it relatively soon. I got the Book of the Month version because it was the cheapest way to get this book, so baby girl's kind of stirring, so we're gonna go through this fast. I have Bright Ears and The Burning Side. This is not a Book of the Month edition, but same author, so I just put them next to each other. The Woman by Kristen Hanna. I will be picking this up very soon. I need to read this, and I'm kind of due for a Kristen Hanna read. These Summer Storms. I will be reading this very soon, I think within the next week or two. I have The Names. I've heard really good things about this book, and I just have like having fiction options. I don't read fiction too often, but I like to dabble in it. Then I have One and Only. I'm really hesitant about this book. I heard one thing that I know I don't like in books, but I've also heard that this is a good book, so I'm really trying to decide if I want to read this or not. If you've read this, let me know if I should read it. And then last but not least, I have the Book of the Witching. If I don't read this year, I'm getting rid of it. I've had it literally since October 2024, but every holiday season I'm like, oh, I should read this one. Spooky time. Baby summoning me. Okay, I'm back. If I had to guess, we probably have like maybe 10 minutes, maybe less. So let's go through this. I have Tuesdays with Morrie. This is actually my sister's copy, so I do need to read this really soon and give it back to her. I really want to read this. It's so short and it's Mitch album, so I hope that I can get to this one. Then I have Bear Time by Frederick Backman. I want to read a book by this author so bad because I know it's going to be emotional and I know it's going to be hard-hitting, so I really want to pick it up. I just am trying to decide when a good time to do that is. I have tried to pick this up before. I think I actually got a couple chapters in and then I just was not in the mood for it, so I put it down. Then I have The Frozen River. I was supposed to read this with my sister. It was our first book club book and I'd never read it. So I think during the winter time I'm gonna pick this one up. Then I have two more Kristen Hanna books. I have The Four Winds and I have Homefront. I read a few Kristen Hanna books and I know I'll get the itch to read them, so I just picked up these two. I think I thrifted this one. It says Target, but I thrifted it, and then this one I did buy. This one's on my 12 books to read in 2026 list, I know, which I need to look through. And then I have The Lies We Leave Behind. This was a gift for a past Christmas, and I would like to read this. I think it'll be interesting. I also think it's gonna be sad, so I've got that. And then I have another Project Beckman, a man called Ove. I want to read this. Blue Sisters. This is on my June TBR. And I'm going to be so honest with you guys, I don't think I'm going to get to it. Now, for my fiction books, I do like to have them behind my Book of the Month. I just have so many fantasy books that like I have to fit everything like this. Now, let's go through all the fantasy that I have, because I do have quite a bit of fantasy books. I have The Second Death of Locke. I'm really excited to get to this. I was just waiting till we get closer to the second book to start this one, because I know the second book I think comes out this year, so I'm excited to read this one. Then I have A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I need to read this series. I need to read more V.E. Schwab. I loved The Invisible Life of Agatha LaRue, so I really want to pick up more by that author. Then I have Nightshade. I don't think this is actually fantasy. I just think it's a dark romance, but I just can't tell. I want to give this a shot. It just looks like a fantasy. I could be wrong though. Then I have Servant of Earth. I am really excited to pick this one up. I know the third book of this one, the final book, does come out next year, I think, so I was waiting to pick this one up, but I think I'm probably going to start it today. I'm not gonna lie, because I really want another fantasy book right now. Then I have Dreams Lie Beneath by Rebecca Ross. I don't know if I'm gonna read this. I might give it to my sister, but I love the cover and the synopsis sounds good, so we'll have to see if I pick this up. If I don't pick it up again by the end of the year. For majority of these books, if I don't pick them up by the end of the year, I'm gonna unhaul them just because I read so many books and I read so fast, and if I'm not getting to a book that's on my TBR, I don't need to have it on my TBR. So that's my thought process right now, is because I could read the amount of books I have right now by the end of the year. I know I could. Next I have Fall of Ruin and Wrath by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I read the From Blood and Ash series and absolutely loved it, so I wanted to read some more by this author, so I'm hoping to start this one in the fall time. Then I have Spinning Silver, and I've heard really good things about this book, so I'm hoping that it's up to those standards and I really enjoy it when I start it. Next I have Exquisite Ruin. I think that this might be a book that I unhaul. I bought it because the cover is absolutely insane and the synopsis sounded good, so I'm gonna try and read it, but I know the reviews for this one aren't that good, but I'm gonna give it a shot. And then I have Small Favors. I love this author, Erin A. Craig. I've read pretty much all of her books besides this one, so I got it at Books A Million on sale for $4. So I have The Veiled Kingdom. I don't know if I'm going to like this. I bought this a while ago, guys. I don't know. I need to get to these books. We'll do a video concept with my Physical TBR. Let's see. Okay. Next are two books that I have on my June TBR. I have Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson, and I have Stalking Jack the Ripper by Caramel Scacco. I'm gonna try and get to these by the end of June. It is June 15th as I'm filming this, so we'll see if that's possible. Turn this around and put the rest of the books on the back. Next, I have War Hour. I need to read this book. I've owned it for so long. The cover is just gorgeous, and this is the indie published version, so I don't want to get rid of it until I read it and decide if I want it or not. Again, it's just so cool. So I have Sunrise on the Reaping. This needs to be read this summer. I need to read it. I did read all of Hunger Games back to back. I've never read it before, and then I read it all at once, and then this came out and I just never read it, so I need to pick this one up. Then I have Children of Fallen Gods. Then I have Terror at the Gates. I heard that this was similar to Crescent City. It's an urban fantasy, so I wanted to pick it up, but I never actually picked it up, so I do really want to read this. Next, I have Dragon Cursed by Elise Kova. I've heard really good things about this one. I've read Elise Kova's Air Awakens series. I enjoyed it. I feel like it could have been a lot shorter and not 5 books, but nonetheless, I liked her writing, so I'm excited to pick this up. Okay, next we have a entire series that I have not started, but I own, which is the This Woven Kingdom series by Tara Mafi. I might unhaul these because I don't see myself picking it up, but I have heard really good things about this series, so I'm gonna try it. If I don't get to those books by the winter time, I'm gonna get rid of them. Then I have The Inadequate Heir, and I just haven't gotten to this. It's part of the Bridge Kingdom series, and I've read book 1 and 2, so I just need to pick this one up. Next, I have Just the Blood Trader. I read The Prison Healer. I don't have the second book, but I have the third book. And the first book was interesting, so I did want to pick up the second book, but I just never got to it. So I think I'm going to try and get it on audio or something, and then if I like it, I'll continue the series. If I don't, I'll just unhaul this and forget about it. Next, I have A Fire Endless. This is the second book to A River Enchanted, and I have not read A River Enchanted. I don't own it, but my sister had 2 copies of this, so I was like, you know what, the odds that I read it are like kind of high. I like Rebecca Ross. That's just gonna stay right there. And then last but not least, I have Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, another book. This was just thrifted. I want to read it. I want to get into Brandon Sanderson. But okay, let's count the books and see how many. Let's see how many books I own. I have 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. I have a total of 54 books on my Physical TBR, which is so doable by the end of the year. I've already read 67 books and we are halfway through. So I'm gonna have to be real with myself at some point at the end of the year and do another book unhaul. I'm glad I got to reorganize this book cart because it was getting a little bit chaotic. And yeah, that's gonna be every single book that's on my Physical TBR. If you have read any of these and you think I need to read it really soon, please let me know, and please tell me which books I should consider unhauling, because that would help me out significantly because I'm bad at making choices and decisions. Obviously, I've bought all of these books and haven't read them, and there's a lot of them that I've owned for quite a long time. That's gonna be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. Toodaloo!